Hey everybody, Invisiblekatana here doing a fairly special review today. Of course, as the title says, and as you can clearly see with my jacket on, I'm reviewing the Steven Universe, the officially licensed Steven Universe Varsity Jacket by Daylight Curfew. This one came out, I think initially the main first run of it was a couple months ago for the pre-order. It's technically, it says it's sold out right now. I don't know exactly whether or not they're going to be bringing it back because it says that there is a wait list. I don't know if that's an actual thing or if that's just because any website would just say, hey, get on the wait list until it comes back. So hopefully they do a second run. I'm sure there are a lot of people who probably didn't even know about this. I think I found it just totally at random. I happened to find it and I looked it up and I did my pre-order on it. If they end up bringing it back, it will be $200. I got the pre-order purchase, which was $50 off, so it's still $150. I love the jacket. I think it's very cool. I got mine right around Christmas. I think it was probably like a day or two after Christmas mine actually came in. And I think it's a really cool jacket. I'm going to go through some of the little details of it, including what they have as far as like the materials and stuff like that on the website. But I want to start things off with this little note that actually comes with the jacket here, of course, by Daylight Curfew. It says, thank you for being a part of this very special project. This jacket wouldn't have happened without you and the amazing Steven Universe community. This custom varsity jacket was made for you, but represents all of us. A special moment where we all came together as one. Enjoy. And then, of course, as you see at the bottom, it has the Steven Universe movie logo as well as the Daylight Curfew logo. Simply put, the jacket is amazing. It says on here with the jacket features, soft wool blend exterior with vegan leather accents featuring the custom quilted Steven Star interior, which of course I will show you guys in a minute, and custom dyed ribbing and matching buttons. Incredibly soft. The soft wool blend, it's amazing. I barely paid any attention to the features or anything. I was like, I just want the jacket because I think it looks cool. The star interior is probably like, well, I mean, with the outside being the way that it is, I guess that's probably one of the big, differences between this and like any of the Amazon jackets you could probably pick up. And the star interior is also the big difference. So I'd say, not having actually seen any of the other varsity jackets, I would assume they're not like wool on the outside, but this thing is insanely soft. Like, it feels absolutely amazing. I was blown away by how soft it was. Sizing wise, in case you guys do end up being able to pick this up later, if they end up doing a re-release of it, I normally wear large in shirts, but I decided to get a medium because the male model that they had, he was like 6'1", wearing a medium, and I'm 5'11", so I was like, I'll probably stick with the medium, and I think it fits really well. I like the fit of it. I'm not used to varsity jackets, so it was really interesting, like buttoning it up, especially buttoning it up. Like, it feels oddly tight, but obviously it stretches and stuff, here and of course at the waist. But I've actually gotten used to it the more that I've worn it, which has only really been like a few times. Obviously, with it being the material that it is dry clean only, which might be a bit obvious, but be careful with it for sure. Like, this will pretty much only come out during like conventions and stuff like that, or if for whatever reason I just want to sit around the house and listen to the record, I'll just put the jacket on, I guess, if I want to. But it feels really good. As it says with the leather accents, I'll show you guys some of those because it's like in the pockets and stuff like that. But the main draw, of course, is the star interior, which I think is like the best thing. So of course, obviously, I'm wearing my jacket or my shirt, but it has the blue interior. So I think that's really cool. And as you can see, there's actually a little pocket right here, and this is one of the nice little leather accents. There's three of those. There's two pockets on the outside and then this one on the inside. I love it. I think that's like honestly, that's kind of my favorite feature of the whole thing. So even if you happen to wear the black jacket or the black shirt, I don't know why I keep saying jacket. If you happen to wear the black shirt, you'll still have, all four colors of the diamonds. You'll still have the blue, yellow, and the pink and white, of course. So I think that's a really cool feature. It's probably one of my favorite things about it is just the fact that you have the stars on the inside, which I'm pretty sure isn't a thing, in the actual series. I don't know if that's been shown in Steven Universe Future. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to actually watch the show because I don't have Cartoon Network yet. But I think that's such a great feature. That was one of the big things where I was like, man, just the inside is really kind of what drew me to the jacket more than anything else, because you could have picked up like an Amazon version. And of course, that was me not paying any attention to the fact that it was like totally amazingly, beautifully soft wool on the outside. That's legitimately like my number one feature. I'm like, man, it's so freaking soft. I love it. But yeah, the jacket will come out. Hopefully, it'll come out again, and that run will be 200. But yeah, I really just wanted to do this video because I hadn't seen anybody actually posting about it. I've seen like one other YouTube video. Daylight Curfew doesn't really do videos. They do post on their Instagram. They literally have like one YouTube video, but you can check out Instagram. Of course, you can check out their website. It's up and running. But they do specialty stuff far beyond just Steven Universe for those of you who have never seen the site. They have stuff for like Rick and Morty. They have like a Toonami collection. They have other stuff for Steven Universe as well. They currently have something that they're selling, which is it's actually the hoodie. So instead of it being, just a black t-shirt, it's actually a black hoodie, and the star actually sticks out a little bit. So I thought that was cool. That one's $90, so you can currently pick that up. I don't believe that's pre-order. I think that's just on sale right now. But I think they do some pretty cool stuff. Most of their stuff does end up being kind of limited run. So if you look up some of their older stuff, like the Rick and Morty hoodies that they have, that stuff tends to be limited runs. Like their jackets and hoodies tend to be more limited, and then their shirts, and they also do prints as well. That stuff seems to be a bit more common, and you can just kind of pick that up whenever you see fit. But I love the jacket. I will show you guys kind of the insides and outsides of the whole thing. So of course, like most varsity jackets, you got your fit here. Like I said, it has three pockets on the jacket. So you got one on the inside, and then you got the two on the outside. Both of them look just like this. But the main draw, it's not really much of a draw, but they're both pink. They're totally pink all the way on the inside there. This one on the inside, unfortunately, is not the same pattern all the way through, but I think that's totally different due to the fact that, of course, it's pretty much like stitched the whole way through. So you can clearly see that it's got, all the lines and stuff. So it's just a white pocket on the inside of that one. So that's fairly simple. Then, of course, it has the logo. You got Steven Universe and stuff like that. So it's the official Cartoon Network license, I guess. But it's a good jacket. It's really cool. Very simple. Nothing on the back. It's just pink all the way up and down. You got your little ribbon down here, and I think that's pretty cool as well. It's not the best way to show that off, but there it is. It's a little bit better. Then, of course, like I said, you got the pockets, and then the buttons, of course. Simple silver buttons. And then when they're covered, you can actually have them be completely flat pink. So if you do have it closed, it will just be straight pink, which I think is very interesting. And it's something you don't really see in the actual movie, at least. Like I said, haven't been able to see the show yet, so I don't know if there's a moment where he actually buttons it up. But for the most part, it's open anyway, so odds are you'll be wearing this, or you'll be wearing the black shirt. So you might just have it opened up anyway. And you will probably get warm if you have it closed, because it is a fairly decent warmth for a jacket, especially with it being the wool on the outside. It kind of keeps you nice and snug, especially with, aside from just the material, you of course have this kind of snapping around you. And also, there's a little thing right there on the inside. It's actually got like the little ribbon look. So that's something random, but you wouldn't even notice. Honestly, I didn't even know that until just now, until I could see it through the light, and I was like, huh, I didn't even know it was like that on the inside. So that's actually kind of cool. It's just a random thing right there. So there you go. Very simple. Once again, little ribbon on the top there. So top, bottom, as well as the insides of the sleeves. And the inside is just the inside star pattern. And I think it's really cool. So that was pretty much it. Not too much to show off. Of course, you knew what the jacket was when you clicked on this video, but it is really cool. I actually love this jacket. I'm glad I ended up getting it. I do hope that it goes on sale, because I know that there are a ton of people who weren't able to pick it up. So hopefully they end up doing a second run on this thing, and more people can actually go out and enjoy this freaking thing, because it is insanely soft. I feel like that's like my number one thing. I cannot stop talking about how soft it is, because I just wasn't expecting that. But it's a really cool jacket. Obviously, insanely pink. That's one of the other things. And it's hard to tell, because I've never actually had any of the like Amazon jackets, but they definitely seem like they're much darker. And I was surprised by how bright this was, because I just wasn't expecting it. I was kind of, just seeing it on the screen. I was like, okay, yeah, it's going to be pink. But to actually see it, it's really like bright pink. It's bubblegum pink. And I think that's great, because of course that's what it is in the movie. But I guess I was kind of just going off of all the images I saw. I was like, oh, it's going to be here, and it's going to be, it's going to be pink, but it's going to be a slightly darker pink. And they're like, nope, it's going to be pink. It's going to be as pink as it can possibly get. So that's another cool feature. Like, it's actually pink. And like I said, I haven't seen any of the other jackets from Amazon and stuff like that, so I don't know the exact quality and color of those sort of jackets as they compare to this one. But of course, with this being the officially licensed one, I would assume it has some features that are a little bit better, just color-wise, and of course the style on the inside. And of course, it being officially licensed just makes it a little bit cooler, I guess. Mostly the inside pattern is what makes it so sweet, and the incredibly soft outside. But I wanted to do this because, like I said, I hadn't seen anybody really talking about it, so I wanted to kind of just do a review on it for those of you who have either been interested and haven't really seen much on it, or for anyone who just didn't know anything about it. Hopefully, like I said, I'm not throwing this out there and then it never goes on sale again. Sorry if that ends up being the case. But in case you're interested, I just wanted to do a quick little review on this and talk about really there's no cons, just the pros of it. Like, I just think it looks amazing. It feels amazing. And I think it's a great jacket. And I hope that they, like I said, I hope they do a second run because I think it's worth the price. Honestly, I do. I don't know if I would spend the $200 on it. It's crazy. It's hard for me to have spent $150 on it, to be totally honest. But this will probably be like the only thing I ever spend that much money on as far as like actual clothing goes. So it's just this jacket. But that's my friend's fault. She got me into the show. So I'm like buying jackets and like deluxe edition records and stuff. That's her fault that I'm even remotely involved. So wanted to do this review. Of course, if you guys have any comments or questions, I don't know how many questions you could have with the jacket. There's not that much to it. I'll put the link in the description for the actual website if you guys want to check it out and try to get on the wait list or check out any of the other Steven Universe stuff that they have, or anything else they have in general, because like I said, they have Rick and Morty, they have Toonami stuff on there as well. So in general, that information will be in the link in the description. But like I said, if you guys do happen to have any questions, anything like that, or any comments in general, just please put them down in the comment section below. And of course, thanks for watching.